There's less than a week until the beta for version 3.2 is released, and some information about the characters is already coming out. Specifically, in today's video, we'll be talking about Castoris. Recently, some leaks about how Castoris'S Eidolons will work have emerged. They're not very detailed, but they will give us direction on how this character will function. Before starting the video, I'd like to ask you to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. It's very important for the channel to continue growing. Thank you in advance for all your support. If you're thinking about pulling for any of the characters in this version but don't have enough stellar jades, let me introduce you to Loot Bar. It's a fast, secure, and super reliable website to top up your Oneiric shards. On Loot Bar, you'll find prices with up to 23% discounts compared to in-game prices and a super simple process. Just select the amount of Oneiric shards you need, enter your UID and server, and complete the purchase. Everything is done securely, so your items are delivered straight to your account without any stress. In addition to Honkai Star Rail, on Loot Bar you can also top up other games like Genshin Impact, Zenless Zone Zero, and Wuthering Waves. And if you register using the link in the description or pinned comment, you'll get an additional 8% discount coupon that can be combined with all other discounts. Before we begin, I'd like to give a quick disclaimer. All the information here is from reliable sources that I personally verify. I participate in various leak channels about Honkai and Genshin, and I always confirm if the sources have a good track record and are trustworthy. However, everything I'm going to talk about here consists of early leaks, so they are absolutely subject to change before they officially come to us. Always take it with a grain of salt. Anyway, let's begin. So, starting to talk about Castorice, let's begin with her E1. The first Eidolon makes it so that every time Castorice's memesprite attacks, which will be that dragon called Pollux, its damage increases by 50%, stacking up to 6 times. These stacks reset every time it's summoned, meaning that if the memesprite dies in battle and needs to be summoned again, it will lose all stacks. Eidolon 2 will work like this. After Castorice activates her ultimate, her action will be advanced by 100%. Then her enhanced skill, the next one to be used, will have its damage increased by 100%, both for Castorice and Pollux. It's very similar to what happens with the Scholar Lost in Erudition relic, which in this case, when you use the ultimate, the next skill will have its damage increased. Eidolon 4 will increase the healing received by allies by 20%. Considering that Castorice will consume the HP of allies, it might be a good Eidolon, but currently, it's very weak to be an E4. Finally, in E6, while Pollux, Castoris'S memesprite, is on the battlefield, the damage caused by all allies ignores 40% of the target's defense. Castoris'S E6 seems pretty strong, right? It will work for both Castoris and other characters in the team to amplify their damage. Now, let's talk about some information that has come out about Castoris since my last video about her kit. According to some reliable leakers, the only way for Castoris to summon her memesprite will be in her ultimate, but her ultimate will have special energy that will probably work by consuming the HP of allies. Additionally, Pollux will have limited attacks, which after being used will cause him to die and have to be summoned again. A somewhat questionable leak is that Castorice will give 24% penetration resistance to allies, just like Robin's E1, you know? But we still don't know if it will be an Eidolon or if it will be in Castorice's base kit. We'll have to wait for the next leaks or even for the 3.2 beta to start. Another piece of information is that since Castorice will be launched during the game's anniversary, Honkai developers are betting on making Castorice's Eidolons very strong, causing a damage increase of about 70% to 80% per Eidolon between E0 and E2. And her signature cone will be essential. Anyway, Castorice seems like she's going to be very strong. Tell me in the comments what you think of this new information and what your expectations are for Castorice. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video.